The subject of securing a car seat in EMS is a controversial one. Why? Because there are currently no standardized nationally accepted regulations for securing a car seat to a stretcher. Recommendations for best practices exist on a national level, but those refer more often to the positioning of the car seat within the ambulance and not on the actual securement process itself. Whenever possible, you should transfer the child out of the car seat and secure them with a pediatric restraint system that is specifically designed for a stretcher, such as the Ambulance Child Restraint Harnessing System, commonly known as the ACR. Be sure to familiarize yourself with the equipment used in your organization. In some situations, it is not in the child's best interest to be transferred out of their car seat. If the car seat is undamaged, it is permissible to transport the patient in their own car seat. Just be sure to tell the patient's parents or guardians that afterwards the car seat and base will need to be thrown out. Once a car seat has been involved in an accident, it is no longer safe for continued use. We are going to show you a very basic method for securing a car seat to a stretcher. However, it is important that you always adhere to your organization's policies and procedures. There are hundreds of different brands of car seats out there, so it would be impossible to discuss them all. A good rule of thumb is to try to best replicate how the seat was designed to fit in a car. This includes using the undamaged base if time and the situation allows. You might be thinking to yourself, what if the car seat is designed to be rear-facing? Well, luckily for us, every patient secured to the stretcher is rear-facing. So the positioning for both rear and forward-facing car seats will be the same on a stretcher. This concept might sound confusing, but it's simply a matter of basic physics. The majority of crashes, approximately 60%, are frontal impacts. Side impacts account for an additional 20%, according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Association. During a crash, all of the occupants in the vehicle will continue to travel towards the point of impact. This places a lot of stress on the neck and spine of forward-facing occupants. A toddler's vertebrae are connected by cartilage that is not yet transformed into bone through a process called ossification. At the same time, a toddler's head is much heavier, comprising roughly 25% of their body weight, compared to an adult whose head comprises about 6% of their total body weight. It's this combination of these two factors that make children particularly vulnerable to injury. Now that we've talked about the why, let's go over the how. Start by raising the head of the stretcher to a position that will accommodate the dimensions of the car seat, so that the back of the seat is flush against the stretcher mattress. As I mentioned earlier, it is preferable to use the base whenever possible. Ensure that the base is facing the proper direction. Have one person push the base down into the stretcher mattress. This will force the air out of the foam in the mattress and eliminate any wiggle room. While the base is being pushed down, secure it with the middle stretcher strap. Occasionally, you will encounter a base that is designed in a way where the buckle of the stretcher strap will interfere with the attachment of the seat. One way to remedy this is to wrap the female end of the stretcher buckle under and around the frame of the stretcher and back through the arm rail, not over it. This will shorten the buckle without compromising safety. After the base is secured, lock in the car seat. Check that the chest clip is in the correct position, and you're done. Most car seats are designed to be secured with one seat belt, so there's really no need to add more when securing it to a stretcher. If you would like to be extra cautious, you can thread seat belts around the handle of the car seat, but make sure the handle is back against the stretcher mattress, and don't make them too tight. Car seats are designed to withstand small bumps and potholes without jostling the child. If you tightly wrap a belt around the handle, it creates a counterforce that could actually cause more patient disturbance. As I mentioned earlier, these are just general guidelines. Be sure to follow your organization's policies and protocols for pediatric securement during transport.